is a big elephant in the room, I think, and something that people generally are not prepared to talk about. And it's the impact of pets on carbon footprints of this area and generally around the world. But we, in this nation, we, especially over COVID, there's been a massive increase in the number of pets that people have. I'm just asked the portfolio holder, does he think that we can meet the 2050 targets without addressing the issue of the carbon footprint and methane of pets?
Councillor Green.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I can appreciate that that there may be some members who would like to see dogs banned, etc. But I think it's safe to say that prior to 2050 or 2045, whenever it is, we will be looking to ensure that the trajectory is correct to bring us down to net zero, and that really is not. If there are elements of Scope 3 emissions which come from different activities that we haven't covered, you'll have seen already in this report that during the course of the year, which is under investigation, if you like, the July 2020 to June 2021, we have in that case increased the scope of the scope with a small s of the Scope 3, and indeed actually Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions in our calculations. And as any more information comes forward, as we see what's happening with other authorities, we will look to ensure that we have an all-encompassing range of emissions, as all-encompassing as is possible. And as I said, I would point out yet again that the Carbon Disclosure Project seems to class us as one of the best in the world at doing so.
Thank you.
Well,
thank you.
Can I just
that was
finish?
your last question.
Yeah, but I'd just like to clarify provide a bit of information, because some people are quite dismissive of what I've just raised. There's obviously an emotional reaction, as half adults in this country own pets, but the average dog emits double the annual electricity carbon emissions for the average UK household. And that's before that you a whole range of other environmental costs relating to pets, including the unsustainable nature of cat litter, all the plastic bags that people use just the cost of actually disposing of all the litter. It is a big problem, which I feel should be represented within the 2050 analysis of carbon emissions. Thank you.
Okay, so you're not objecting to people having pets. You just want the effect on the calculation to be.
Well, everybody has personal.
Can
you asked me a question.
Yeah, I haven't finished.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you, Councillor Howe. Yeah. Do you want that to be taken into the scope of the calculation to see what the effect of people owning pets is? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, my understanding of the analysis of the purpose of the kind of 2050 analysis is to look at all areas that produce an impact on greenhouse gases, and I think that is one. But I'll also say, we each have a personal responsibility to drive down the amount of carbon that we use, and people will choose different ways of doing that. But the reality is there's not really much of a pick and mix here, because we have to do it across the board. And perhaps people, there's a big issue in terms of size of pets, isn't it? You don't have to have an enormous dog. You can have a smaller dog. A cat is more efficient in some respects, but cats cause enormous biodiversity problems. The reality is that a lot of people use these animals for emotional support, rather than looking to their communities and other and people for emotional support. And it's something that won't be popular, but is something that we need to address. Thank you.